This week's episode of Unmasked is just going to be this short, and it's going to be directed at wedding guests. Wedding guests, this is for you. This is all for you. Things you gotta stop saying or doing at weddings. Number one's gotta be bringing your big ass DSLR or mirrorless, whatever, to a wedding where there's actually like a huge professional photographer already there. And I get like if there's like a student amateur that maybe like the couple warned you about that they're learning, but it's still really rude. Like I would still go up to the student in progress and be like, hey, do you mind if I take some shots alongside of you? Because like it's also their gig still. It doesn't matter how much they're being paid. Like they were asked to do that. And like, I shit you not, I've been doing this for 16, 17 years. And just 2 weeks ago, I had to ask the coordinator to ask a man to stop walking around the ceremony when I was photographing because he was taking, and I was like, I was hired. You were invited as a guest. Like that's already a tell-all that I was the chosen one. Are you gonna get better photographs? Even if so, they didn't ask you. Get out of my way. Secondly, asking people if it's their real job. First of all, the words real job usually incite some sort of payment. If we're defining job as payment, do you understand the problem? So I teach at a university. People are more like impressed at that title. But when I tell you that I make more money on my business and also that it took more blood, sweat, and tears to raise up my business to where it's at than it did to get my university job, it's just like I'm more impressed with myself with my business than I am my teaching gig. But people are like, you're a professor? Yeah. However, I do like to pull that and my master's degrees out for the next one I'm about to say. The only time I ever bring out my degrees. You know, I used to photograph in my past. And usually when people say that one, it's like they're talking about an auto camera, maybe film, but usually like a disposable or like something that had no control. Or they did like landscapes, which valid, but it's not directing people. Two different mediums completely, when like two different documentary styles. One takes patience, the other takes patience in a completely different way, where you're not pulling your head off because you're not dealing with people. How much time do we have? I have a lot of these. Last one, when you see something like good, don't ever go up to a photographer and be like, I saw this really cool thing, I took it with my camera, like, you should go over there. Now when people do that, I'm like, oh, you should too. I'm gonna stay here.